Yo, what are y'all doing? Oh my god. The shit that you see in Colombia. Look at that shit.
It's us. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another travel video. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about a fabulous, amazing city, which is Medellín, Colombia. So for those of you who don't know, Medellín is one of the biggest cities in all of Colombia. It's one of the most popular cities in all of Colombia. And as of late, it's also been one of the most visited cities in Colombia, if not the most visited. So it's between that and Cartagena. I'm not quite sure which one it is. That's number one. You guys leave that in the comment section. So in this video, I will be having a very strong focus on Medellín, as I will be talking about my favorite things about the city. So I hope you guys enjoy, but let's get it started.
All my account in public because I am a famous.
Oh, you're famous. I don't even know you. You have 4,000 followers. Famous where? In your city, in your village? Famous in your little village in Egypt.
Search for me in Google, on YouTube, on all platforms.
No, if you were famous, I didn't have to Google you.
No, yes, and Google.
No, honey. No, honey, no. Not gonna waste my time like that.
Why?
No way.
You know, not my type. But this is... خرجت.
Yo, Muhammad. Yo, are you...
Number one has to be the weather. I mean, that's the first thing you're going to notice when you get to Medellin. As soon as you land and you get out of the airport, you're like, ooh, it's really nice in here. I really like it. Oh, it's not hot. I'm not sweating, but I'm not shivering. It's not cold. It's just that perfect balance. I would go as far to say that Medellin has the best weather I've ever experienced. The best weather I've ever experienced in my life has to go to Medellin. And I've been to San Diego, by the way. I know a lot of people say San Diego. San Diego's up there. But Medellin's on a different freaking level. And then the air quality over there. I know it's kind of weird to say air quality. Like, who gives a damn about air quality, right? But to me, that's a big thing. Like, when I go out there, like, the air is so much crisper. It's so much cleaner. And then on top of that, there's so much greenery over there. Like, they're big into green. I mean, Medellin is called the city of eternal spring, because it does feel like spring there, like 24/7. But all the plants, it's surrounded by mountains. It's just beautiful landscapes. I think the warmest I ever got in Medellin was probably like almost 80. Number two is how modern Medellin is. Medellin is really modern in terms of there's a lot of new luxury buildings. A lot of restaurants are very up to date and modern and cute. Like, Colombians really did invest heavily into Medellin. Like, Medellin just looks fantastic. There's so many new buildings being made. There's so much construction going around in the city, and that's because they are trying to up the ante over there in Medellin. They're trying to up the ante. They're trying to compete. They're trying to become the best city in South America. Like, you kind of get that vibe with Medellin, where I feel like Paisas, just the Colombian government, like, really is investing into Medellin. Like, they really want that to be the crown jewel of South America, and you can sense that. And I think at the rate that they're going, they could potentially be that. If they're not already that, they could potentially really be the crown jewel of South America. Like, it just feels great to be able to go somewhere that has modern amenities, right? Like, you land in the airport, you take a taxi or Uber to your apartment, you get to your apartment, you're mind blown by it. It has people on the front desk that handle security, that greet you every day. You know, they even sell snacks and stuff over there. You go up on the elevator, you get to your room, and you see how spacious it is, how nice it is, how modern it is, right? You got like hardwood like floors. You got a bunch of TVs, beautiful spacious balcony, beautiful bedrooms, like modern showers. Like, everything is so modern, and I feel like this is one of the biggest pros about Medellin and why a lot of Americans love it, and that's because it's as good as America or even better than America when it comes to how the apartments look. And on top of that, a lot of them have like jacuzzis, hot tubs, pools. You know, they even have gyms in those facilities. They have gyms, whatever. You don't even have to leave a facility like that for anything. They have like food services like Uber that can drop stuff off at your apartment. They could drop liquor off. They can even drop money off. I'm just trying to paint the picture for how life could be if you actually stayed or lived in Medellín, Colombia. It's just a very convenient city to live in. Number 3, and probably one of the biggest ones, is it's affordable. I would go as far to say that Medellín specifically is one of the best bang for your buck cities you'll ever go to. I mean, I've heard of Bangkok, Thailand, maybe some city in the Philippines. Brazil's a little expensive, so I wouldn't really put Brazil there. But in terms of bang for your buck, I don't think there's a better city in the world than Medellín, Colombia. Because as I said, you have the best luxury apartments that you can ask for. Like some of the best I've probably ever seen in my freaking life. And then on top of that, when you go to a store, when you go to a restaurant, anytime you're spending money, you're not really spending that much money. Like like, let me just look at my calculator right now. So I'm looking at my calculator, my converter app, and right now at the moment, $1 is 4,389 Colombian pesos and 24 cents. That's a good amount of money right there, man. So the US dollar is very strong in Colombia, meaning that you're able to do so much cool stuff on a daily basis. You can go out to eat every day. You go on a date every day. You can go whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you could do that on a daily basis and not break a sweat or break the bank because Colombia is so damn affordable. When I was in Medellín, each dinner that I had was about roughly $5 to $10. I would say $10. Each meal I had was $10 on average, right? Sometimes it could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less depending, but $10 on average. And I'm talking about restaurants. I'm not talking about some takeout spot or fast food. I'm talking about an actual restaurant, right? I actually did the calculations. $10 for lunch, $10 for breakfast, $10 for dinner. And I can't really think about anywhere in the world, maybe besides a couple Asian places, where you're able to get a 5-star dinner for only $10. You're able to go to the best restaurants for only $10. And going out, if you want nightlife, well, that's cheap too, depending where you're going. It's very cheap. You can get a couple drinks for $10. You know, you have a great time for $50 in Medellín, $100 in Medellín. You don't got to spend that much. That's why people love Medellín, because they're able to get the most for their dollar, on top of the luxury apartments, on top of how amazing the weather is. Number 4 is Medellín is a lot of freaking fun. Medellín, there's so much to do, so much to see. If you're an adventurer, you're in a great city because you're surrounded by a bunch of mountains. There's a bunch of rivers you can go to. There's a bunch of different cities and little villages around Medellín you can go to where you can stay there. If you're more of an introvert, you like to stay indoors, you want to be able to be away from people, you're in the perfect place too. Because Medellín, you could just drive or head on over to a different village or a different city outside of Medellín, and you can rent out a village house or something like that, or countryside house, and you can stay there, and it has a bunch of modern amenities. It has like a freaking hot tub, a pool. It has everything you need. You don't even have to leave there. If you're a foodie, well, you're in a great city as well, because Medellín has some of the best freaking restaurants that I've ever been to. Specifically in Medellín, it has so much fun stuff to do. The aesthetic is great. The vibe of some of these restaurants are phenomenal. Like, you go in there and you're greeted, you're escorted to your table, and then they have a lot of these. They have like live performers, or they'll have these. I don't know what you call them, but they're people that work for the restaurant that dress up in a costume or whatever the case is, and they'll go from table to table to interact with people, have fun with people, drink with people. Like, it's insane. Like, I went to this one Mexican restaurant, and there was this one guy that had like Dia de los Muertos like paint on him, and he was a cool dude, just going around from table to table, like, you know, just interacting. And I feel like that adds to your experience, because it almost feels like it's more than just a restaurant. It feels like almost you're in a club, or if you're at home with cool people and you're having a good time. Like, it just is a very good vibe when you go out to these restaurants in Medellín. And if you're an extrovert and you like to dance, you like to go out, man, Medellín is off the hook when it comes to nightlife. There is so much to freaking do there, man. If you like to dance, go to the clubs, go to the bars. They have a lot of salsa dancing. They have hip-hop clubs. Any type of club you can imagine. They got speakeasies. They got like party buses that you can go in and party in the bus if you want to do that. There's unlimited things to do in Medellin when it comes to nightlife. And number 5 are the países themselves, the people. I thought Medellin was such a special time because of the people. I thought the people were very welcoming, were very sweet. They were there to assist us, to help us. My security guard downstairs of the apartment I was staying at in Medellin was so sweet and helpful. She literally gave us a lot of good locations to go to. She looked out after us. The waiters and the waitresses were so helpful. The people in the streets were so helpful. Every time we got lost, we didn't know where to go, we would ask one of them. They would nicely let us know where to go to, what best restaurants to go to, the places to avoid, like the tourist traps and all that. They were super, super nice. And I feel like they're even nicer if you speak Spanish. So if you speak Spanish or you know a little bit of Spanish, they'll be even nicer to you. The países themselves are just up-tempo, lively type of people. Like as soon as you talk to them, like they're just in a good mood. They're always like in the mood to party and have a good time. They're very social and they make you feel at home. And that's something that I like about Medellin and Colombia, are the people are just very welcoming there. I've been to certain places where people don't even want to look your way, they don't even want to talk to you, but in Colombia and Medellin it was different. People actually looked out after you, they went out of their way to talk to you, they made you feel welcome, and I like that. But overall, Medellin has to be one of the best cities I've ever visited. Like, I really enjoyed myself there. I had the time of my life there. I mean, it has everything you can think of. Great food, great vibes, great people, great things to do, great nature. It ticks off all the boxes. I honestly think that Medellin does live up to the hype, and it is a city I'm gonna definitely visit a couple more times, maybe every year, every other year, because I think it's definitely worth your time. But guys, that is the video for today. So let me know what you like or least like about Medellin. Put that in the comment sections. And of course, if you guys want to see more Colombian videos, click up on these videos over here. Peace out.